All right, we should be live. Okay, we should be live now on Facebook and on Twitter, changing it up so I don't go too much on the Facebook part. So now what we're going to be doing is working on the eyes and the eyebrows. I actually already cast the eyes. Here they are out of the cast in the Smoothcast 65D. I did a video on that on my Facebook page, Crute and Drew Puppets, a couple days ago, and also I have a video on YouTube of that as well. That's how to make perfect puppet eyes. Okay, so I came up with this size, which this is a little under. It's probably about 1 3/4 of an inch. They're round, about that shallow. They're going to be painted yellow, but we're not there yet. That's going to be one of the last things that we end up doing. But as you saw with this guy, and actually I just drew eyes on him for placement, but there he is. He's looking pretty goofy. I think he's gonna come out really nicely. But again, these eyes are gonna go on right there. They're like the perfect size. I had to do a little bit of sanding to get them down there, but it's looking really nice. Now what we're going to be doing is adding on the eyebrows. Now, using this foam as a pattern, I decided that this is the right size and placement for the eyebrows. And I think it's gonna change the shape of the head and everything and make the whole thing just gosh darn perfect. So, oh, actually that way works pretty nice too. But I kind of like this more. So, okay. Anyway, this is going to act as our pattern piece, and then we're going to get to making it. So, we are live on Twitter and on Facebook in the Crute and Drew Puppets Tutorial Q&A Facebook group. So it's kind of a private group where anyone's open to join. That's where I do most of my streams because I stream a lot, and I don't want to annoy my regular people with too many notifications. So that's a good place to follow it. And that's where I answer most of my questions as well. But anyway, so let me switch the camera view to the down-facing camera for the people on Facebook. There we go. So again, here's my pattern. So I'm going to just trace it out, 2 copies, and I'm going to flip it for each one. So just like this. Okay, and I'll do another one. Just like that. I gotta do a little tricky tracing here. But that looks pretty good to me. It's gonna take a bit of shaping and sanding as well, but it'll look nice. So again, for anyone who's catching in, this is our Figment puppet. And now this bottom jaw is a little bit too long, I think. So I'm going to shrink that down, and obviously it looks so flat and floppy, but once the mouth plays in there, that's going to give it some shape, and it's going to make it look much nicer. But I'm getting more and more excited with this project the more we go along. It's starting to look really nice. It's the way it is with all these builds, though. Once it starts coming together really well. It's amazing how much just drawing those eyes on even just made me... I was already excited about this whole project, but drawing those eyes on just made me like 1,000 times more excited. So, anyway, so this is coming along very nicely. So we have, man, I just switched this blade between videos, and it is like butter. So, there we have it. Okay, these 2 eyebrows, which we are going to glue on right now. Anytime you are gluing, especially with contact cement, this is Masters. A lot of people like to use Barge, but this is my personal preference. It's called Master. Kind of interchangeable. Hey Google, turn on shop vent.
You got it. Turning the shop vent on.
Gotta make sure you have your ventilation. So, man, that looks so good. Let me do a little bit of shaving on this. I could do it after, but I think it'll attach better. There's a little less body to it. It's easier to bend it. There we go. And actually, it seems a little bigger than. Let me look at my reference again. No, that's right. That's right. I can always. I'm going to be doing some sanding anyway. So, oh gosh, that looks great. Okay. I think I'm going to do 2 layers, but I'll do one at a time for now. And with my gluing with this part, I tend to be a little bit heavy-handed, not overly precise, especially since this is going to be all covered with fleece anyway, and plus I do some nice sanding and stuff, so it's going to all look very nice once it's a little bit further along. And make sure I do most of my photo updates on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I tend to stream there a lot as well. But again, the best place to get the quality stream is on Facebook. So you got to follow the Cruitinger Puppets page, as well as joining the Cruitinger Puppet tutorial Q&A, because I do live streams in both of them. If I'm doing multiple a day, I definitely do them in the Q&A group. And I only do them on YouTube if it's going to be like a full beginning to end build, or pretty close to it. Okay, so for the people at home, they can see the placing of the eyebrows. Let me look at that photo again. Okay. Now that looks, it's looking pretty darn good, I think so. What should I do? I want to do that, or no, I'll leave it like this. Okay, I'm gonna, I don't like how that edge is there, so I'm gonna fill that in with just a strip of this as well. And actually, this is the perfect shape, I think. If I put a line right down the middle of this, it'd be a perfect filler. Let's see. Oh, can't beat that. Okay, let me cut this down right here. Cut this down there. Perfect, okay. Just like that. That one aside. Now this one. Okay. Oh, don't want to do that. Okay. Now this is quite a bit exaggerated. That looks terrible actually. Okay, but I'm going to be cutting into it. You can always take away. Actually, you can always add too, but it's better to. I should say it's easier for me to slowly take some stuff away rather than always adding. At least with this type of foam. If you're doing clay, obviously, it's very easy to do an additive approach. Okay. Scissors are a very crude thing to use, but I do like it for kind of the initial shaping. That looks better already. Still a little bit on the big side. Look at that. Oh, gosh. So let me push it from the inside here. See, we got some viewers on Twitter. Who's there? Feel free to comment, ask a question, or just say hey. Okay. So now I'm going to do some... So I'll give you a close-up look, too. How it looks with the 2 layers there. That's just so it's not too floppy. Gives it some body. Okay. Look at that. Really smooths out that thing there. Really loving the shapes of this thing. Oh gosh. Golly, look at that. Gosh, and those seams are going to be completely gone, obviously, once we cover it with the fleece. This is going to be some fancy fleece covering, though, I'll tell you that. To get into all these little nooks and crannies. It's not going to be a problem, but it will be quite a bear to do. Also, if anyone has or has not noticed, we had a new podcast drop today, which is a really, I mean, I think they're all great, but this one's really cool. We had a Louise Gold on, who is actually the first person that we've talked to that was in the original Muppet Show. We've had a lot of people that have worked with the Muppets, and actually, we don't just interview like Henson-style puppeteers, we interview all kinds. But one thing that was cool about her is, again, yeah, she was on the original Muppet Show, the original one. She's the first person that we've had on that was part of the original one, which is really cool. And she's just such a sweet lady. Wow, look at that. Just get a little bit more sanding, then I'll get you guys a closer look. People at Facebook are lucky because they got the down view. So make sure you join the Facebook group too. gosh, I love it. Oh. A lot of people don't realize it, but sanding in any medium, not just foam, but in wood, sanding is really part of sculpting. And especially at this grit, which I think I said 60 grit. No, this is 40 grit. Wow, I was wrong. This is really, usually I don't even go this rough, but it's actually working pretty good. But I'm gonna bump down. Now this is the thinnest I'll ever use on a foam, which is 120. That's a big jump from 40 to 120. It's alright though. But look at that. Okay. People, look at that. Come on. We'll put some not the pupils, but the eyes on there. That is going to look really nice. I think that's going to be great. Changes the whole silhouette of the head a little bit too. It's perfect. We gotta get those horns on there. The horns are gonna be after we cover it though, which is getting darn close to covering this thing with fabric. So, I think that is it for now. I may or may not be back live again today. I'm not sure if I'll be on Instagram or Twitter with that, but I'll definitely be in the Facebook group for that. So, make sure that you guys check it out. Stay posted. And again, this is where we are. One more closer up look for you guys there. Oh gosh, that bottom jaw. I can't wait to get a mouth plate in, because that really is going to make a huge difference to the way this thing looks. It's going to straighten out the top of the mouth. It's going to straighten out the bottom of the mouth. Those cheeks are looking really great. Everything is just really starting to come along. So, anyway, I will see you guys later.